They want to watch a movie. But who should choose the movie? And what happens if they can't decide? Stay with Maria to the end of the story and see how she manages her children to watch the movie together. Maria wipes the dark television. A gray streak stays, so she wipes again. On the shelf, a small plant droops. Maria stops and pours a little water on it. She touches one soft leaf. Now she unfolds a blanket over the sofa. It slides off one arm. She catches it and presses it flat with her palm. She calls her children, and Ben and Lily run in. Maria says they can all pick the film tonight. The children jump and cheer. The children bounce onto the sofa. A cushion tumbles to the floor. Maria puts it back and looks at the dark window. The sofa is ready, but the table is still full. Maria straightens the round rug. One corner flips up, so she kneels and presses it flat. Now she clears 2 empty cups from the table. A spoon nearly rolls off the edge. She catches it and puts down 2 snack bowls. She opens a wide basket. She puts in 2 blankets and 2 bags of popcorn. The basket gets heavy. The lid springs open once. Maria presses it down again until it clicks shut. She lifts the heavy basket. It pulls at her arms. She holds it with her hands and walks to the hallway. The heavy basket still pulls at her arms. Maria opens the closet and lifts the basket to a high shelf. It nearly slips, so she pushes it back until it is safe. On the wall is a gray breaker panel. The switches stand in a row, and some have no labels. Maria peels a small sticker from a sheet. She presses the new label onto one switch. It says, "Living Room." She smooths it flat with her thumb. She points along the labels. One switch says, "Kitchen and Living Room." She taps it once and nods. She closes the closet door. It swings open a little. She pushes it shut and walks back to the living room. Maria says the children can each pick a film, but Ben and Lily want 2 different films. Maria brings the children to the film shelves. She steps back so they can choose. At the tall bookshelf, Lily reaches up on her toes. She pulls a bright cartoon film. Lily hugs the cartoon film to her chest. She grins up at Maria. Ben looks at the cartoon film. He crosses his arms and shakes his head. Maria kneels beside him. She smiles and points Ben to the other shelves. Beside Lily's cartoon, Ben wants something different. He points to an action film on the shelf. He lifts it down with both hands. Ben holds the action film up high. Lily reaches for it, but he pulls it away. Lily stamps her foot. She lifts her cartoon film even higher. Maria steps in and puts a hand on each film. She lowers them both gently. Now both films are in their hands. Ben and Lily pull their films close. Neither one lets go, and their voices get loud. Lily's film slips and drops. It clatters on the floor. Both children freeze and stare down. Maria picks up the fallen film. She stands with one film in each hand. She looks from Ben to Lily. The room goes quiet. She takes one slow breath. Maria kneels and stacks the films neatly on the shelf. One case slides, so she puts it back on the pile. She holds up 2 films for them. Ben and Lily lean in to look. Both children point to the same film. They look at each other and nod. Maria smiles. She puts the chosen film on top of the stack. She turns to the sofa. Only 2 seats face the television. The armchair is far away, and her smile fades. The children pick one film together, but there are not enough seats, and the clock is ticking. Maria lifts the tall lamp and carries it to the armchair. The cord catches on a leg, so she frees it and sets the lamp down. She grips the heavy armchair with both hands. She pulls, but it barely moves. She sets her feet and pulls harder. The armchair drags across the floor. It thumps hard against the small bookshelf. The neat film stack tips and slides off. The cases scatter across the rug. Maria freezes. She lets go of the chair. She stares at the scattered films, and her shoulders drop. The discs are still on the floor behind her. Maria pushes the armchair the last way to the sofa. It scrapes loudly and stops. She pulls the curtains closed. One side snags halfway, so she tugs it free. The room goes dim. In the dim light, she steps on a loose film. It slides under her foot. She grabs the sofa and steadies herself. She looks down at the scattered films. She kneels and picks them up one by one. Maria stacks the films into a neat pile again. She puts the pile back safely on the shelf. Now she pats 3 cushions along the sofa. One flops sideways, so she props it up. Every seat faces the television. She pulls the armchair next to the sofa. Now 3 seats face the screen, and she nods. She looks at the empty snack bowl on the table. She picks up the red popcorn maker. She carries the red popcorn maker to the kitchen corner. Maria sets 3 seats for the film, but she wants to go for making snacks. What will happen in the kitchen? Maria sets the popcorn maker on the counter. Beside it, the kettle and microwave already hum on one power strip. She looks at the power strip. 2 sockets are full, but 2 are still free. She pushes the popcorn plug into the one free socket. It clicks in. The popcorn maker whirs to life. Then a sharp snap sounds. Every light in the home dies at once. Maria stands still in the dark. Beside her, everything goes off too. In the next room, the dark is complete. Maria hurries into the black living room. The television is dark and the lamps are cold. Ben and Lily sit on the sofa in the dark. Lily's voice shakes. Ben reaches for her hand. Maria's foot catches the rug in the dark. She steadies herself against the heavy sofa. She sinks down onto the floor beside the sofa. She sits in the dark, her arms on her knees. She rests her head back against the sofa. Her hands go still. In the dark, Maria goes very still. She takes one slow breath. Then she stands up. She walks to the hallway closet and opens the door. She runs her fingers along the labels. She finds the switch that says living room. She presses it firmly and it clicks. Warm light spills back down the hallway. In the next room, the television hums awake. She reaches up to the high shelf and lifts the basket down. She holds it close to her chest. The basket is warm against her chest. Maria carries it into the bright living room. She sets it down on the table. She hands a blanket to Ben and a bag of popcorn to Lily. They settle down on the sofa together. The television screen brightens. The film's opening titles begin to play. Maria sits on the sofa between the children. She pulls the blanket over all 3 of them. She smooths the blanket flat with her palm. She looks at the screen. She lets out one slow breath and is still. Wait, please like and subscribe. It means a lot. Now some new words from today. Listen and repeat. Sofa, sofa. Television, television. Rug, rug. Coffee table, coffee table. Bookshelf, bookshelf. Shelf, shelf. Lamp, lamp. Armchair, armchair. Curtains, curtains. Cushion, cushion. You listened, you learned. Please leave a comment. This is More Lingua, English. Watch next.